Good morning, this is teacher Rima Saleh. I teach at Qadmous College. This is a video tutorial about present perfect for grade 6 section E. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to identify the present perfect tense, to identify the usage of the present perfect tense, and to identify the present perfect signal words. Firstly, we're going to talk about the form of the present perfect tense in all types: affirmative, negative, and interrogative. To form the present perfect tense in the affirmative form, we need the auxiliary verb have or has plus past participle. Of course, we use have or has depending on the subject. If we have plural subject, we put have. If we have singular subject, we use has. And I find this the most common mistake that students do in written and oral discourse. So have or has plus past participle. Like in this example here, the auxiliary have plus past participle of the verb try, tried. Later on, I'm going to show you how to form the past participle of the verb. To negate a sentence in the present perfect tense, all what you have to do is add not after the auxiliary verb, so it is between the auxiliary verb and the past participle of the verb. I have not tried sushi. To form an interrogative sentence, you start with have or has again according to the subject, have or has plus subject plus past participle. Have, you, subject, plus past participle of the verb try, tried. Here, in the next slide, we're going to talk a little bit more about the form of the past participle. The present perfect tense is formed by two things: the auxiliary verb have or has plus past participle in all form: affirmative, negative, and interrogative. So same info like the previous slide, but here this is an example. She has worked in that office for 6 years. So where's the auxiliary verb? Yes, exactly, this is the auxiliary verb. And where is the past participle of the verb work? Exactly, worked. Here are some more examples, and I advise you here to stop the video whenever you need, so you can read every single slide more thoroughly. So in this slide here, I'm going to talk about how to form the past participle of the verb. In these examples, the past participle has an irregular form. So you have to go back to the list that I have provided you with so you can study the past participle of the verbs. Eat, eaten, see, seen, deal, dealt. So you have to go back to the list that you have. However, here we have regular verbs. All what you have to do to form the past participle is to add ed. Here are some spelling exceptions when adding ed. You are familiar with these exceptions. I advise you to stop the video so you can read them. So you read these, you are familiar with these rules. So pause the video in order to refresh your memory. Some more regular verbs. This is the third column that you have to study, and notice how they are unrecognizably different. The verbs are unrecognizably different from the base form: be, been, beat, beaten, and so on. We want to use present perfect. We use present perfect if we're talking about, for example, the duration of the action continues from the past until now. He has been a teacher since 2002. Okay, so he has been a teacher since 2002. I have had a cold for a week. So the action started in the past and it continues up to the present. Okay, he has been a teacher since 2002 and now he's still a teacher. Okay, I have a cold for a week and now she still, for example, has cold. Event in the past at unspecified time. So the time is unspecified. You do not know the exact time of the event. She has been to Paris. When? We don't know. I've seen that movie. When? Also, we cannot tell because the time is unspecified. So in the present perfect tense, we use the present perfect tense if the time of the event is unspecified. Okay? And this is completely different from the simple past tense where the time is precise and stated. Repeated events in the past until now. So we're talking about repeated events. I've been to this restaurant many times since I moved next door. I have been to this restaurant many times since I've moved next door. So the event is repeated. How many times? Many times. I have visited London 4 times. Okay, if the events are repeated, we use present perfect. To express change over time, we also use present perfect. Your English has improved since the last time we met. So change occurred over time. His English improved since the last time we met. Okay, so before his English wasn't that good, so now his English has improved since the last time we met. Uncompleted action that is expected to happen. So the action is uncompleted. Okay, so uncompleted action that is expected to happen. She hasn't finished her homework yet, but it is expected that she will finish her homework later on. They still haven't arrived, but they are expected to be here at any moment. These are the signal words of present perfect: already, ever, just, never, not yet, so far, till now, up to now. Once you see these words, know that you have to use present perfect. I added this slide because I find students always get confused between since and for. So what is the difference between since and for? We use since if we're talking about a specific point in the past. Like in this example here, I've known about this job since January. So the exact point is January. I've known about this job since 1991. The exact point is 1991. I've known about this, for example, news since 3 a.m. So it is an exact point in the past. The time is precise, is specific, so we use since. However, we use for if we're talking about specific periods of time. So here we have length of time. For example, in this example here, I've known about this job for 6 weeks. It's a period of time. Length of time we use for 7 hours, for 7 months, for 7 days. It's not an exact point like here, January. Here it's a period of time. Here are some exercises for you to do in order for you to test yourself. And this is the end of our video. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that you found our video beneficial. Thank you very much.